It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. Geno Jones showtime. We made it to the weekend. It's been one hell of a week. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles and on the West Coast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Man, we had like an incredible amount of viewers last night and really all week. So shout out a lot of new viewers to the show. So thank you. And also thank you to everybody that's been down from day one. I appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, Monday through Friday, my normal start times and start days, 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel. Please share, copy and paste the link, tag, email. You can tag it and copy the link and text it to somebody, email it to somebody. So subscribe and share, screen grab, rip some of the video. Like this in every episode, binge watch all my back episodes. Leave your comments in the comment section. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by City Vibes. I had it right. I was thinking about CM Transportation, one of my earlier sponsors. City Vibes, back open for the weekend. The ultimate adult night spot. Great drink, great food, great fun. Sunday brunch is off the chain. Shout out to Corey and Kenya Williams, the owners of City Vibes. That's VIBES on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Check them out if you're here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, 9730 Dorchester Road. And shout out to the Crate Group, one of the incredible nonprofit organizations in America. They're putting on this 3-day event. February 6th, 7th, and 8th. I believe I got the dates correct. It's called the Gullah Harambe, celebrating the Gullah Geechee culture and more. Go to the Crate, C-R-A-T-E, Crate Group on Facebook, and you can get all the information about the Gullah Harambe and more information about the Crate Group and a lot more. Whew. Okay. Monday was the King holiday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. The third Monday in January, we observed the King holiday. And then something else happened. Felon 47 officially was sworn into office. And it's been a crazy week. As a matter of fact, you had immigration raids in New Jersey. People were literally taken away in chains and put on military planes. So we see how that's going down, but we're going to need the governors, state governors, and state attorneys generals. We got like a big lawsuit, almost like a class action, not a class action, but 24 different states have got together. They got the lawsuits going. You're going to have to fight this at every level, but especially we got to tie things up in court. We got to stand in the breach. We got to stand on business. Governors, states attorneys generals, mayors. Shout out to Mayor Brandon Johnson in Chicago, standing on business. Shout out to Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, standing on business. But we here on the Geno Jones Show, and we as a community, once again, we are all we got, but we are all we need when we come together like the Black Avengers. F-U-B-U, FUBU. It's an acronym for us, by us. We're all we got, but we're all we need. But now we truly have to be our brothers and sisters' keeper. Stand on business, 10 toes down, 10 toes down, 10 fingers down. Standing on business, making sure that we protect and support each other, that support and protect everything from black-owned, from our black farmers to our black-owned farms, buying more land, supporting black-owned banks, black-owned grocery stores, open up more black-owned grocery stores, black-owned transportation companies like we have here, CM Transportation Company, create more black manufacturing companies, definitely more black doctors and nurses, black-owned hospitals, health clinics, black-owned investment companies, and really, black media is probably going to be more important now than it has probably been, and maybe even before the civil rights era. Definitely. The urgent need for black-owned media hasn't been this great since at least the 60s, and I could probably make an argument since 100 years ago, the 20s and 30s, 1920s and 30s. Start and support black-owned real estate companies, mortgage companies, black-owned finance companies, investment companies, black venture capital companies, because black venture capital companies make up like right around 1%, maybe a little less than 1% of all the venture capital companies. Basically, we got to just be strategic and smart and create our own financial security. We got to be smart with our money and strategic and support the companies, these corporations that are standing on business in terms of not going for the races, buying into the racist, sexist, misogynist, xenophobic ideology of this white fake Christianity, fake Christian nationalism. Companies like Costco standing on business, supporting diversity. They're like, we believe in diversity. It's worked for us. Shout out to Apple and Tim Cook. Even though you playing both sides against the middle. You gave Orange Hitler Felon 47, I believe, his campaign some money. But you're standing on business in terms of still supporting diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is not just diversity. To include, and inclusion doesn't mean just including black Americans, which it should, including Hispanic Americans, Latino Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, and even poor and working class white folks who normally would be kept out of the club, the billionaires club. They don't give a shit about poor and working class white people. They despise you, MAGA cult, you poor MAGA cult members, poor brainwashed, poor and middle class. Even some of y'all doing okay, make it $200,000-$300,000 a year, even maybe $500,000. They don't really give a shit about you either. They care about the 1%, the billionaires. That's what these tax cuts are for. As a matter of fact, I've done some research, so apparently the tax cuts that Felon 47 wants to push through, 95% of the people are going to see their taxes raised. Basically, if you're making under $400,000 a year, if you're not over that, your taxes, our taxes, are going to be raised. But you voted for it because you were brainwashed, you were blinded by the racism and the sexism and the transphobia and the homophobia and the xenophobia. But you lose your health care. You can see if your Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid is cut. We already seen people who supported this felon, voted for him, lost their jobs in the VA, seeing the cost of their medicine rise. And they've been on social media, but Mr. Trump, we voted for you. Me and my wife, and we love you. Can you please, we lost a job. She lost her job, and we just moved into this house, or we just closed on the house, and what are we gonna do? You know, betting on race, betting on bigotry is always gonna blow up in your face. I'm just saying. All right, so let's shout out my girl, born in Chicago, KeKe Palmer, and R&B star, superstar SZA. What is it between, I almost forgot the name, so let me just check here. One of Them Days, their movie, One of Them Days was #1 at the box office. I think I'm gonna go see that movie this weekend. It's a comedy, and we need to laugh. Laughter is so important. Hey, baby girl, I just looked in. If you're watching me live also, Feel free to join the conversation in my chat room. Shout out to my baby sister. Hey, baby girl, let's make sure we talk this weekend just to do a wellness check, to check up on you and see how you're doing. I know you're busy working on that master's degree. Is it master's or PhD? So I'm proud of you. Anyway, so one of them days, shout out to KeKe Palmer. SZA, the movie's doing great. Cat Williams is in the movie. Also, SZA is going to join my man Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar is doing the Super Bowl halftime show this year. It's going to be that's going to be February 9th. It's on, of course, Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th, and along with Kendrick. Now we've heard. I've learned that SZA is going to join Kendrick doing that halftime, the Apple Super Bowl halftime performance, brought to you by Kendrick Lamar and friends. So just shout out. Just want to shout them out. Listen, my monologues were on fire. Thursday night, last night's monologue was on fire. Tuesday's night monologue was on fire. Wednesday, because there was a lot of talk about rappers like Snoop Dogg and Soulja Boy and Nelly and Rick Ross performing, doing their minstrel show for The Felon at this crypto ball, a bunch of supporters, and then on top of it, Snoop Dogg is singing one of his songs, just, with the N-word, and he just singing the N-word. Yeah, my nigga. In front of all these, racist, MAGA mentality, maggots with this racist ideology permeating throughout, and you would just get in front of them and just sing the songs where you just saying the N-word, and it's okay, in front of all these people and significant number of people in there, that's what they're calling you, an N-word. Come on, Snoop. But like I said, because Stephen A. Smith was defending them, what you expect them to do? Or, they getting a check, they getting paid. What you expect them to do? What are they supposed to do? Not make no money? Look, I'm a huge fan. I respect what Stephen A. Smith has done on ESPN as a host. He's found his niche. His show has done great for over a decade now, like 13 years. He's had a great run, being number one in his day part. I have the utmost respect for that. But I don't respect some of this other minstrel stuff you've been doing, dude. And I meant what I said, because it's minstrel stuff. But I get it. If you feel you got to do some modern day minstrel stuff, basically kind of perform. What do I mean, minstrel? Performing for a white audience that otherwise wouldn't F with you. Now everybody loves sports, so yes, a lot of your viewers, fans, if they were truthful, yeah, racist. But they would say, well, no, Stephen A., he's not an N-word. He's different. But when you hear somebody, if you ever hear a white person say, well, no, you're not black. You're different. What they're saying is, oh, you're not an N-word. Or you really are, but we just telling you you're different. No, you're not different. None of us. Stephen A., you're not different than me, Snoop, none of us. Because if somebody has that racist ideology, they may be cool when you are on camera, entertaining them, but I guarantee you, try moving into their neighborhood and marrying their daughter. You'll see how much they love you. That love will go, a Tina Turner song, what's love got to do with it? Not a damn thing, because you will see that love go right out the window, and that racism, it'll flare up like bad acne. Like an acne outbreak all over. You will see it raise its ugly head. So my bottom line take, Snoop, Soulja Boy, Nelly, Rick Ross, Listen, even Stephen A. Look, you choose to check over the community, and you've got that right. And people like me, we got the right to call it out. You're a grown-ass man. That's your money. How you make your money. You can sleep good at night. That's fine. But all money, and I'm going to leave with this. You know, my weekend review show, I'm encouraging everybody. Great episode. So this will be a relatively short episode. This is really just a tease to get you to go back and watch my shows from earlier this week and binge watch. Make it a binge watch weekend. But all money is not good money. So you have a right. You chose to check over your community and the culture. You got that right. I've had a chance to choose to check over my culture and community. I've had the MAGA cult reach out to me and want me to bring MAGA-minded politicians and people on this show to come on with that racist ideology, MAGA mentality, and I wouldn't let them do it because you're not going to come on this show, on this platform, with lies, deception, disinformation. Just not going to do it. I'm not going to let you. I am not going to be a conduit, a vessel for the detriment and destruction of my culture and my community. That's me. I made my choice. I stand 10 toes down, firmly, 10 toes, firmly standing on business with 10 fingers firmly planted, 10 fingers down on business. All money ain't good money. Or for my English teachers, all money is not good money to receive. But on the south side of Chicago, we were talking, all money ain't good money. So do you. But when the cult turns on you, something goes sideways, and I'm predicting from Snoop to Soulja Boy to Nelly to Rick Ross to Stephen A. Oh, will eventually it'll go away. Because when you run into the racism, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I was shucking and jiving, and I was doing my little minstrel dance and, my little tap dance for y'all to entertain you. Aren't thou entertained? And they're like, no, N-word, we don't want you to entertain us anymore. Because you cross whatever line that they don't want you to cross. Then they have to, as they deem it, we got to put that N-word in their place. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Snoop, Soulja Boy, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Stephen A. I don't want it to come. I hope it doesn't come, because even though you chose to check over the community, I wish no ill. I root for you. I do. I admire and I am happy for your success, Stephen A. I am happy for your success, Snoop. Now, you slipped into the sunken place with Soulja Boy, Nelly, and Rick Ross and Stephen A. Because back in 2017, you were standing on business saying, basically calling out anybody, which one of you jigaboo ass N-words, which one of you Uncle Tom ass N-words are going to perform for Donald Trump first. The video is out there, Snoop. You said it. And this time it seems like you and Nelly were breaking y'all neck to be the first ones. So did that make you a jigaboo ass N-word or Uncle Tom ass N-word to perform for him? These are your words, Snoop, not mine, player. We can press play. People change, right? You change your mind. Or maybe the check was so big, he was like, y'all can call me whatever you want to call me, but I'm cashing this check. Because at least Soulja Boy was honest about it on video. He was like, yo, man, I need this money. And he's holding up 3 big old stacks. I don't know, it could have been, 100,000, whatever it was. He was like, I need this money. He said, what can I do to make it up to y'all? I'm gonna make a new rap song. I'm not trying to make it up. You ain't gotta make it up to me, partner, because what's done is done, Soulja Boy. You have already, and thank you, because like Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, so Snoop and Soulja Boy and Stephen A. Smith and Nelly and Rick Ross, they have shown you who they are. And we admired their talent, but it didn't speak to anything about who they are as a person when they are not entertaining you or anyone. They have shown you who they are. And accept it and keep it moving. And focus on those of us in the community that's always going to choose the community and the culture over a check. Especially if the check is coming from a racist, a white nationalist, a bigoted person that's got hate and bigotry and sexism and misogyny, that subscribes to this racist white nationalist ideology, which feels that only white Christian men who are billionaires should be calling any shots, should have all the power, political, social, and economic power, and basically that we should live under their decree. That basically they should be able to have say and tell everybody else how to live, what to do, and when to do it, and how to do it. No, I ain't signing up for that. And I'm going to make sure that not just my community specifically of black people or Afro-Latino people, but people of decency and humanity and empathy and compassion. My white brothers and sisters that's not on that racist bullshit. My Latino, Afro-Latino, and even the white-looking Latinos that's not on that racist bullshit, because now they're seeing they're being snatched up. Like the raids in New Jersey and put in chains and put on military planes. Oh, that happened today. You can find the video. All right? The Cubans effed around and found out. Now they're like down in Miami hiding out, afraid to go to work in a lot of places. They was partying, celebrating, oh, we voted for Donald Trump. And then the same day, on Monday, the same day, he wrote an executive order to basically say, oh, Cubans, you on the deportation list too, partner. Thanks for your vote. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. Because your boy engaged in some skullduggery and chicanery, which is just fancy big words for bullshit, and con. So we're going to keep it pushing, everybody. Have a great weekend. Shout out to my number one fan, to my mother, and everybody else watching. Please, listen, shout at me. Everybody else watching, I'm getting ready to wrap up, but jump in my chat room. Let me know who's watching so I can say hello to you real quick. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, tell everybody you know to subscribe. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type that in, it'll pop right up. Subscribe, share the episode. You can copy and paste the link, and you can put it in a text message. You can copy and paste it in an email. You can share, and you can tag other people's social media page. You can do like a little short 30-second video just talking about how much you love the show and how everybody, they need to subscribe to the channel. Either watch me live Monday through Friday, 6:30 Eastern Time, East Coast Time, or Eastern Time, 5:30 Central Time, Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles, West Coast Pacific Time, 3:30 p.m. You can screen grab it, screen grab some of my monologues. Monologues are rip the video, 30 or 60 seconds, make it go viral. Please like this and every episode. Binge watch all my back episodes, and please leave your comments in my comment section on my YouTube page. Every episode, you can leave a comment. So for every episode, please leave your comments in the comment section. You see it right below. There's the comment section. All right? Who else is watching outside of my baby sister? Hey, hey back to you, baby girl. I love you. Make sure you reach out. You call your big brother. We're going to make sure we call each other this weekend just to catch up. We're doing good. Snow is melting here. Snow and ice is melting. Out running errands today. So I'm all good. And please, those that believe in the power of prayer, let's make sure we lift up all those out in Los Angeles that are still dealing with not just the fires, but the air quality is horrible. And you still have fires burning, and the felon was out in L.A., and he's talking crazy about, oh, they got to let water coming down from the mountains. It's like, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to keep an eye out. Like I said, I hear what he's saying, but I'm not going to be preoccupied. I'm not going to talk about everything. I'm not going down every rabbit hole, but I will keep an eye on what he's doing. And I will make sure that we come up with a game plan to make sure that we not only keep each other safe, it's not about survival. It's about we're going to thrive because we are stronger together. And like I said, we're all we got. We're really all we ever really had. But now we are all we need because we are the most educated, the highest educated, the most highly educated, talented, courageous, even though some may question that. I believe that we are the most, I know for a fact, there's data, the most highly educated, the most talented, and there's no shade to our ancestors, but we are what our ancestors, our grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, they dreamed that their great-great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren would be able to rise to the top of every field and profession, medicine, law, aviation, science, medicine, entertainment, politics, you name it. We are full of black excellence. So we're going to tap into that, and I'm going to make sure I'm a conduit to tap into all the black excellence. And for all those who are outside of the black community but are part of the community of humanity, because race is some made up bullshit. At the end of the day, we are all part of the human family and the community of humanity. So those who are part of the community of humanity, be it our white brothers and sisters, poor working class, middle class, and even there's some billionaires out there that's not on this selfish shit. So for you, everybody, Hispanic, Latino, Afro-Latino, Asian American, Native Americans, even those from Canada, all across, and the African diaspora, all of our brothers and sisters of African descent from all over the globe. Now's the time we're going to come together. And not everybody's not coming together. Snoop and Soulja Boy and Stephen A. Smith and Rick Ross and Nelly, but we don't need everybody. All we need is those who understand the assignment. And there are millions of us. Probably billions across the world. And we have to tap into each other. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm going to do my part. And my media company's going to do its part. All right? All right, thank you, everybody. I love you. Have a great weekend. Please go back and binge watch all my back episodes. Go back and binge watch this week's show or the shows from this week. And make sure you binge watch the monologues and the shows from this week because they have been fire. And be sure to copy and paste the link, the URL address, and screen grab it. And leave your comments in the comment section. And once again, tell everybody to subscribe to the channel. So make it a Geno Jones Show binge watch weekend. Make it a Geno Jones Show back episode binge watch weekend. And I will see you and especially you live Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, brought to you by City Vibes Bar and Lounge, 9730 Dorchester Road here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Follow City Vibes on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The Crate Group with the Gullah Harambe event coming up. Follow the Crate Group on Facebook. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check her out on Instagram or IGLX.NCL_ and Bruce Gage, also wardrobe stylist to the show. Check him out on Instagram on IG, Mario Womo. That's MARIOUOMO. We'll see you live Monday, 6:30. Have a great weekend.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.